Chapter 1076. Why is one generation inferior to a big family? In fact, this has a lot to do with the environment in which they live. The older generation was born in a reckless way. Every meal was spent with fate, and every penny was earned with fate. Therefore, in that era, no one was mediocre who was able to make a family business. Generations can be said to be elites. But when they lay a piece of land and their son was born, he had already lived a life of adequate food and clothing. With adequate food and clothing, they didn't need to work hard and did not need to fight their lives, so the wolf nature was naturally much weaker. By the time their grandson was born, they were already born with the golden key. Let alone let them go out and fight hard. For this second-generation ancestor born with the golden key, let him go to bed early and wake up every day. Unable to realize the extravagant hope, what kind of fighting spirit can be expected in them? What bloody wolf nature is there? Those born in the wild and risking their lives to prey and grow are real wolves. Born in a zoo, there are wolves that eat meat every day when you open your eyes. In terms of blood, it may not be as good as a wild dog on the side of the road. Fury also knew that his abilities were much worse than his father, and he knew that his son was much worse than himself, so in this situation, he felt an unprecedented sense of loneliness. This kind of loneliness is isolation and helplessness. I feel that no one in the world can help me, and the only dad who can help me has also suffered a stroke and coma. Just as he sighed with emotion, his brother, Andy Whale, stepped in and blurted out, "Brother, you asked me to hang silk from the family that I brought to Oris Hill. I have brought it back." Fury nodded and asked, "Where's the person now?" Andy Whale said, "People are in the living room." Fury said, "Okay. I'll go and meet them first, you go and call Lucy over." "Okay, brother," Andy Whale nodded hastily, and stepped to find Lucy. Fury lit a cigar, and while smoking it, he walked out of his study and walked to the living room. In the living room, the 4 members of the Richard family were waiting nervously. Seeing Fury come out, all 4 of them are bright, and each of them has flattery written on their faces. As the head of the family, Mrs. Richard immediately greeted her and said with a smile on her face, "Oh, Mr. Whale, I used to see you on TV. I finally saw you today. I didn't expect you to be better than TV. The more generous." Fury nodded blankly. He naturally wouldn't take the compliments of a lady seriously. So he said lightly, "I let Andy take you over for 2 purposes." Lady Richard quickly said, "Mr. Whale, what do you want or what you want to tell us? Just say it." Fury nodded and said, "The first purpose is to let you meet someone, the second purpose is to help me deal with someone." The Lady Richard knew very well that the Whale family was a life-saving straw given to the Richard family from heaven. In the past, the Richard family wanted to be a dog for the big family, but the big family simply didn't look down on it. But now it is different. Now the Richard family has the opportunity to be a dog for the Whale family. This is a rare opportunity in a lifetime. So she hurriedly flattered, "Mr. Whale, everything in the Richard family is based on your head. We will see whom you let us see, we will deal with whom you let us deal with." As he was talking, Andy Whale brought Lucy over. Fury pointed to Lucy and said to the Richard family 4, "I want you to see her." The 4 of the Richard family followed the direction of his fingers and saw that it was Lucy. Everyone's expression became extremely ugly. Michael was furious in an instant, and gritted his teeth and cursed, "Lucy, you shameless frame, I must beat you to death today."